I was arrested and held in captivity for no reason, so I suppose so. But physically, I was healthy. I wasn't starved or beaten.
Where's the father? Get over here, huh? How are you?
Great, I'm great.
Sorry it took so long.
No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You guys are good. No problem. Hey. Man. Love you, man. Thank you for everything.
How's it feel to be back?
Feels incredible. I mean, it's, you know, right here, just about this right here.
No words.
You did good.
Amazing.
Advocate. I know.
This shirt I wear every day.
Yeah.
This is working. The crazy
Good.
feels great. It's worth it. This scene here at the airport is worth it. Everything we did. Want a picture of your phone?
Danny.
Hey, Joel. I don't have a great.
Where's Kara? Kara and Andrew.
Just get in there. Go ahead. I did.
Don't forget about the story.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know the business.
Thanks.
Let's go. We have a. Let's go. Get a hold of my family at Frontier in Myanmar. I still haven't been able to communicate with them. There's still a lot of work to do over there. But you know, obviously for at least a couple of weeks, I'm just going to be focused on these folks here, spending as much time with them as I can.
Welcome back.
Thank you. It's a long time coming, you know. It's a day, it's a moment that I've been imagining so intensely for so long. It's
Come on, Danny. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Here, Danny, sit.
He looks better now after the shower he took than he did when we picked him up. But Danny.
So everything that everybody was able to do within their mandates, this time it worked, and I'm incredible.
Ambassador Hume, Steve Ross was the intellectual.
That entire day I didn't know that I was going home. I was in a prison in Yangon, and that morning I was told to pack a bag with what I needed, shuffled into a car, shackled hands and legs, and told not to ask questions or say anything. We drove straight past the airport in Yangon, so I had no idea where we were going, and we drove to Naypyidaw. So I spent the entire day in Naypyidaw waiting for something. I didn't understand what I was waiting for, but I was just sitting in a chair, staring at an empty chair across from me. And several hours later, a police officer sat down and said, "You've been charged with these crimes and found guilty. We're going to offer you this pardon, and you're going to leave right now."
Things that you did to elevate Danny's case, that's the kind of thing that other families need to learn from and want to make sure we probably.
Can you describe?
Wait. So we're going to have questions after, okay?
And just thanks again to Bill. I mean, I don't have words. I don't have words for it right now.
We'll open up for questions immediately after the governor speaks. I want to invite.
All of this happened, Danny's release, within 2 weeks. And humanitarian aid, that's when we went. I believe it did help. I think the fact that we went, and by the way, we were invited to go. There's a letter from the foreign minister inviting me to go, I think because of my long history with Myanmar. And I was on the other side with Aung San Suu Kyi until she and I had a difference on the Rohingya issue. yes, it helped that I think we went there, our team, especially Steve Ross, who is an expert in this area, and said, there's problems with the delivery of humanitarian assistance and vaccines, government of Myanmar. How can we fix that?
You're probably going to ask, well, how did this happen? Well, it happened because of this collaborative effort. But it also happened because
They didn't ask me for anything. I couldn't deliver anything anyway. But here he is.
Governor, when did you inform the State Department or any other U.S. official as to the work you were doing to try and get Danny released?
Well, we had constant communication, constant communication.
Of the Committee to Protect Journalists to come and say a few words.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you, Governor Richardson. Is this. As delighted and relieved as we are to have Danny home, dozens of journalists remain in prison in Myanmar, among the thousands of political prisoners. I want to take a moment to call for the release of all journalists wrongfully imprisoned in Myanmar. Not long ago, despite the enormous challenges, Myanmar was a hopeful place for media freedom, and there was a thriving and diverse media scene of which Danny was a part. Today, Myanmar is among the worst jailers of journalists in the world. Next month, CPJ will release our annual census of every single journalist imprisoned around the world. One journalist, Danny Fenster, will not be on that list. We take this opportunity to call on the government of Myanmar to adopt a similar posture towards those who remain in prison unjustly. Release them now. Thank you.
How much was that LED? When I worked with NBC News, I just started working with Eric. I
Okay. Sorry, he was great yesterday.
Yeah.